From a small-town dreamer to one of Hollywood's biggest stars, Chris Evans' journey is nothing short of remarkable. Born in Boston, he rose from humble beginnings, taking on small roles until a chance encounter with a superhero role changed everything. But Evans wasn't content with just playing a jock or a hero. He took risks, broke stereotypes, and became an icon in the process. Curious how this journey unfolded? Keep watching to see how Chris Evans became the star we know today. The early days, humble beginnings, and hidden potential. Chris Evans' journey to fame didn't happen overnight. Born on June 13, 1981, in Boston, Massachusetts, Evans grew up in a family that valued creativity. His mother, a dancer, and his father, a dentist, nurtured his artistic side. From a young age, Evans was drawn to performance, and community theater became his first true love. It was there he began exploring different characters and learning the craft that would later make him a household name. After high school, the ambition to pursue acting took Evans all the way to Los Angeles, where he hoped to turn his dreams into reality. The city was buzzing with aspiring actors, and Evans found himself living in the Oakwood Apartments, a place notorious for housing struggling stars on the rise. In those early years, the work didn't come easy. Evans took on small roles in television shows like Opposite Sex and appeared in low-budget films. Though none of these roles made him a star, they provided valuable experience and taught him how to navigate the entertainment world. In 2001, Evans' big break came when he was cast as Jake Weiler, the charming jock in Not Another Teen Movie. His role as the stereotypical high school heartthrob with a humorous twist earned him attention for his comedic timing and boy-next-door charm. Despite the film's lighthearted nature, Evans' undeniable charisma caught the industry's eye. He wasn't just another fresh face. He had something special. However, Evans soon faced the fear of being typecast. The industry had a tendency to pigeonhole actors into specific roles, and he didn't want to be seen as just the funny guy forever. He knew he was capable of more than just playing the handsome jock, but breaking out of that box wasn't going to be easy. As he juggled comedic roles with deeper aspirations, Evans was determined to find his true calling, even if it meant taking risks. That risk came in 2005 when Evans was cast as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, in Fantastic Four. Stepping into the superhero genre, Evans faced the challenge of becoming part of a larger-than-life franchise. While the film received mixed reviews, Evans's performance stood out. His portrayal of Johnny Storm, full of energy and charisma, showed that he could handle action-packed roles while still bringing his comedic flair. It was a significant leap forward in his career, but it also left him wondering, could he avoid being forever linked to superhero roles? Despite his success, Evans felt torn between the excitement of playing a superhero and the fear of being typecast once again. Hollywood was becoming increasingly obsessed with comic book films, and Evans didn't want to lose himself in the crowd of spandex-clad heroes. But even with these doubts, he continued to push forward, knowing that greater challenges and rewards awaited him if he stayed true to his craft. The turning point, becoming Marvel's Human Torch. In 2005, Chris Evans found himself standing at a crossroads in his career. He had already made a mark in Hollywood, but he was still far from being the household name he longed to be. His role as Jake Weiler in Not Another Teen Movie had proven his comedic chops, and his portrayal of the charismatic Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four, 2005, allowed him to step into the world of superheroes. But something was missing. He was still searching for that defining role that would elevate him beyond just the charming guy in a comic book adaptation. When Evans first signed on to play Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, he wasn't sure if this would be the role that truly defined him. The film was a risky venture for him. The superhero genre was still finding its footing, and while Fantastic Four was met with mixed reviews, Evans' portrayal of the fiery, confident character made an undeniable impact. The film's success allowed Evans to briefly step into the spotlight, but the lingering fear of being typecast as just another superhero began to grow. Though the role of Johnny Storm gave him instant fame, Evans was unsure if he wanted to remain in the superhero realm. The rapid rise of comic book movies brought with it a sea of new characters and actors. Evans didn't want to risk being forgotten in the rush of spandex-clad heroes. He wasn't sure if Hollywood would ever see him as more than a superhero or the funny guy from teen movies. But deep down, Evans knew that if he played his cards right, he could turn this opportunity into something much bigger. Around this time, Evans was offered another major role. This time, a chance to step into the shoes of Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. Initially, he hesitated. The role of Captain America was one of the most iconic in comic book history, and the pressure was overwhelming. Evans wasn't sure he was ready to commit to such a long-term demanding role. He was hesitant to be locked into a character for years, but with the support of friends and family who encouraged him to embrace the opportunity, he ultimately took the leap. Playing Steve Rogers required a complete transformation, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Evans spent months training to get into peak physical shape, pushing himself harder than ever before. He knew that Captain America wasn't just a superhero with a shield. He was a symbol of sacrifice, bravery, bravery, and unwavering moral conviction. Evans took this responsibility seriously, diving deep into the character's origins, motivations, and inner struggles. When Captain America: The First Avenger was released in 2011, Evans' portrayal of Steve Rogers was met with critical acclaim. He brought a depth to the character that resonated with audiences, showing that Captain America wasn't just about patriotism or action scenes. He was a man struggling with the weight of his responsibilities. As Evans stepped into the MCU, he was no longer just a talented actor trying to prove himself. He had become the face of one of the most beloved superheroes of all time. The success of Captain America didn't just elevate Evans's career, it solidified him as one of Hollywood's leading actors. It was the perfect balance of action, drama, and heart, and Evans proved that he had the versatility to take on a character with far more layers than any of his previous roles. In many ways, this marked the beginning of Evans' true transformation from a rising star to a Hollywood icon. The Captain America gamble: A Hero is Born. By 2010, Chris Evans had already established himself as a talented actor, but he had yet to find the role that would truly cement his place in Hollywood. He had enjoyed success with Not Another Teen Movie and Fantastic Four, but these roles, while fun, hadn't given him the depth he craved as an actor. So, when Marvel Studios approached him about playing Steve Rogers, the iconic Captain America, Evans faced an internal struggle. On one hand, the opportunity to play such a legendary superhero was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. On the other, the pressure of taking on a role that would demand his complete dedication for years to come was daunting. Evans was initially hesitant. He had a reputation for being the charming, comedic actor, but the role of Captain America required much more than that. He would need to transform both physically and mentally. Marvel's proposal wasn't just about playing a superhero. It was about becoming the face of a character who would lead the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, for the next decade. The scope of the role was massive, and Evans feared being locked into playing a character that would define him forever. He didn't want to be just another actor who got typecast in the world of superheroes, but he also couldn't deny the appeal of playing Captain America, a symbol of hope and resilience. After long discussions with family, friends, and even his agent, Evans finally agreed to take on the role. He dedicated himself to the transformation, spending months in the gym to achieve the iconic, muscular physique of Steve Rogers. But it wasn't just physical preparation that Evans needed. He had to immerse himself in the character's history and motivations. Steve Rogers was no mere superhero. He was a man of integrity, a symbol of moral strength, and an individual who, despite all his abilities, struggled with profound personal sacrifices. Evans knew he had to portray not just the super aspect of Captain America, but also the man behind the shield. When Captain America: The First Avenger was released in 2011, Evans' dedication to the role was immediately clear. His portrayal of Steve Rogers wasn't just about the iconic suit or the action-packed sequences. Evans brought depth to the character, showing the vulnerability beneath Rogers' patriotic exterior. He captured the essence of a man who had been thrust into a world far different from his own, a man trying to hold on to his values in a time of war and conflict. It was a performance that resonated with fans and critics alike. The film's success marked a turning point in Evans's career. He had finally found a role that matched his talent and allowed him to shine as an actor. As Captain America, Evans became the cornerstone of the MCU, leading the Avengers through multiple films and establishing himself as a key player in Hollywood's biggest film franchise. With each new movie, Evans's portrayal of Steve Rogers deepened, showing audiences the evolution of a hero, not just physically, but emotionally. By the time The Avengers 2012 and its sequels hit theaters, Evans had become one of the most recognized and respected actors in the industry. His gamble had paid off. Captain America wasn't just a role. It was the beginning of a new chapter in Evans' career, one that would redefine his legacy in Hollywood. It was clear that he was no longer just the funny guy in teen comedies or the charming superhero in Fantastic Four. He had become a symbol of what it meant to be a true hero, both on and off screen. Breaking free post-MCU, the actor behind the shield. When Chris Evans bid farewell to his role as Captain America in Avengers Endgame 2019, it marked the end of an era. For over a decade, Evans had portrayed Steve Rogers, the heart and soul of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. His portrayal of the iconic superhero had won over audiences worldwide, but the decision to step away from the role was a deliberate one. Evans wasn't just ready to leave the MCU behind. He was ready to redefine himself as an actor. After years of being so closely identified with Captain America, Evans faced the challenge of avoiding typecasting typecasting. Fans couldn't picture anyone else in the role of Steve Rogers, but Evans knew that his career wasn't defined by one character, no matter how monumental that character had been. As he moved forward, Evans sought out roles that would allow him to break free from the superhero mold and demonstrate his range as an actor. One of his first major post-MCU roles was in Knives Out 2019, a sharp, witty whodunit directed by Rian Johnson. Evans took on the role of Ransom Drysdale, a spoiled, entitled heir to a family fortune. His portrayal was a stark contrast to the morally upright Captain America. Ransom was devious, selfish, and downright charming in his own twisted way. Critics were impressed with Evans' ability to shed his wholesome image and dive into a character so different from his past roles. His performance was a breath of fresh air, showing audiences that Evans was capable of playing villains with as much depth as he had brought to his heroic characters. Following Knives Out, Evans took on several other projects that further showcased his versatility. He starred in Defending Jacob 2020, a crime drama series where he played a father grappling with the possibility that his son may have committed murder. The role was emotionally complex, filled with internal conflict and moral ambiguity. Far from the clear-cut righteousness of Captain America, the series received critical acclaim, and Evans' portrayal of a father torn between love and justice was lauded as one of his finest performances. Evans also took a lead role in The Gray Man 2022, a high-stakes action thriller from Netflix. Once again, he stepped into a different kind of role, this time as a CIA agent who is being hunted by his former organization. The film offered Evans the chance to explore more action-packed sequences, but it also allowed him to delve into a character with personal flaws, vulnerabilities, and an intricate moral compass. As an actor, Evans was stepping further and further away from the patriotic hero image, proving that he could handle complex, multidimensional characters in various genres. Through these roles, Evans demonstrated his commitment to growth and his willingness to take risks in order to push the boundaries of his craft. By diversifying his portfolio, he showed that he wasn't just Captain America. He was a dynamic actor capable of embodying a wide range of characters. His choices reflected his desire to challenge himself creatively and avoid being boxed into any one genre or type of role. While Evans' time as Captain America will always be a significant part of his legacy, his post-MCU career is just as exciting. With each new role, he proves that he's more than just the shield-wielding hero we all know and love. As fans, we're eager to see where Evans' career goes next, and based on his trajectory so far, we know that his future is full of endless possibilities. The legacy and what's next. Chris Evans' journey through Hollywood has been nothing short of inspiring. From his breakout role in Not Another Teen Movie to his tenure as the beloved Captain America, he has proven time and time again that he's a force to be reckoned with. Yet, it's not just his roles that have captured our attention. It's his unwavering commitment to growth, both as an actor and as a person. Through his post-MCU roles, Evans has shown the world that his talents extend far beyond the shield. He's tackled everything from comedic turns in Knives Out to emotionally intense performances in Defending Jacob and action-packed roles in The Gray Man. These choices illustrate a deliberate move away from his superhero persona, aiming to establish a legacy as a versatile and compelling actor. But his journey isn't just about staying in front of the camera. Evans is also eager to explore behind the scenes. In 2022, Evans took a bold step into directing with Before We Go 2014, a romantic drama he also starred in. Although the film didn't get widespread attention, it demonstrated his ability to tell a story from a different angle, showcasing his potential behind the camera. This was just the beginning, as Evans continues to embrace roles behind the scenes, further broadening his creative reach. He is determined to leave his mark on the industry, not just as an actor, but as a storyteller. Evans has also used his platform to raise his voice for important causes. His work with A Starting Point, a civic engagement platform he co-founded, reflects his passion for addressing political and societal issues. Through this platform, Evans aims to help everyday people better understand and engage with the political landscape, further establishing his role as someone who isn't just an entertainer, but also a responsible public figure. What's next for Chris Evans? With so many opportunities ahead, it's clear that he's just getting started. Whether he's returning to the director's chair, taking on new and challenging roles, or using his influence to spark meaningful conversations, Evans continues to evolve. His career trajectory has been a testament to his commitment to his craft and his desire to make a positive impact on the world. Though his time as Captain America will forever be a part of his legacy, Evans has made it clear that he is more than just a superhero. He's an artist, an advocate, and a multifaceted individual whose career continues to inspire. His journey reminds us that growth, reinvention, and resilience are key to lasting success in Hollywood and in life. As fans, we are left eagerly anticipating the next chapter of Evans' career, knowing that whatever comes next will undoubtedly be as remarkable as everything he's done before. From superhero to director, activist, and beyond, Evans has proven that he's a star with staying power, someone who will continue to leave an indelible mark on the industry and inspire future generations of actors and creators. And there you have it, the incredible journey of Chris Evans from his early days to becoming a Hollywood legend. His story proves that with dedication, passion, and a willingness to break free from typecasting, anything is possible. What's next for this star? We can only wait and see. Stay tuned for more insights from Star Life.